Canadian Southside Crips were angry at Puffy because they believed they were owed money for a favor they did by killing Tupac on behalf of Puffy and Biggie. When they didn't receive the payment they expected, they retaliated by killing Biggie. Interestingly, Biggie did not flee the scene, but stood his ground, while Puffy was seen running and hiding under a car. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at He's a Coward. Biggie faced death while Diddy hid under a car. Yeah, you heard it right. Puffy has since profited greatly from Biggie's name, even more than Biggie did when he was alive. The truth about Puffy's cowardice has come to light thanks to Reggie Wright Jr., a former gang member who was a suspect in Biggie's murder. In an interview with The Art of Dialogue, Reggie revealed shocking details about the night of the ambush in Los Angeles, where bullets were flying and chaos reigned. So buckle up, because this will be a bumpy ride. During the chaos of the shooting, Diddy was seen running around frantically, seeking cover. In a moment of panic, he apparently hid under Biggie's car to save himself. It seemed that Diddy's cowardice becomes apparent in situations where firearms are involved, which might explain his aversion to confrontation. Fans believe that Reggie may know more about the situation than he lets on, but is reluctant to speak out of fear for retaliation. The body language of both Reggie and Ice Cube during their interviews suggests that they do not want to discuss the matter further. They both seem to understand that anything they say could have severe consequences for them, whether it be the legal system or others involved in the murders. Diddy's comments about the feud are perplexing, as he appears to be confessing that things were not supposed to escalate to such a degree. He claims that everyone was a fan of each other and there was merely a situation that spiraled out of control during that time. However, he must accept responsibility for the problems that he helped create, as we're still living with the consequences of hip-hop culture today. It is undeniable that retired LAPD detective Greg Kading dedicated several years to investigating the deaths of famous celebrities. Based on his findings, he arrived at an unofficial conclusion that the East Side owed the South Side Crips some money, which had not yet been paid. The South Side Crips were furious with Puffy because they believe he owed them money for a favor that they did by killing Tupac. When they didn't receive the payment, they retaliated by murdering Biggie. The tensions escalated quickly and everyone was waiting for something to happen. Unfortunately, when Biggie came to California without any protection, he was ambushed near the Peterson Automobile Museum while waiting at a stoplight. He had to hide under the car with his tail between his legs. Interestingly, according to Curry, Diddy was beaten up by night during a night out, as well as put in a full Nelson. As mentioned in his book, Dancing with the Devil, Mark appeared to take great pleasure in recounting this incident. He enthusiastically shared that Diddy was weak and unable to escape Suge's grasp. No matter how hard he tried, it wasn't surprising given that he was constantly frightened by the mere mention of Suge Knight's name. Even Keith D, a former gang member, acknowledged that Diddy had Navy SEALs protecting him 24/7 due to feeling threatened by Suge Knight. The Navy SEALs looked like FBI agents, complete with earpieces, and this wasn't the only physical altercation that had occurred. Kid Murray claimed that punches were thrown when Suge approached Diddy, and the blows were heavy. However, fans remain skeptical of this incident due to Keith Murray's poor health, and they have no doubt that Diddy had something to do with it. Keith Murray's animated reenactment of the story during an interview was amusing, and he seemed to die laughing during every retelling. Puffy has always been known to have artists under his publishing, and he has never ventured out alone, be it in a feud or his career. As 50 Cent once said, he's been standing next to something his entire career, and he's still standing next to Biggie. In fact, 50 Cent disses Puffy for being spineless and unable to fight his own battles. On his 2006 mixtape, Hip Hop is Dead, G-Unit Radio Part 22, the rapper rapped about the need to avenge Biggie Smalls' death. He warned, "We don't get them. They're gonna kill us all, man." He claimed that Puffy knew who was responsible for Biggie's death, but was too soft to take any action, as he was afraid of the West Side Boys breaking him off. The rapper also accused Diddy of attempting to assassinate Tupac while he was in prison before he was ultimately killed in Las Vegas. According to Fat Joe, he helped Tupac escape a near-death experience when he was incarcerated, and Diddy's people were making things difficult for him. While Diddy never confronted Tupac or anyone else he had a beef with directly, he tried to solve problems through underhanded means. In contrast, Biggie addressed the beef head-on in his music, even after Tupac's death. In Brooklyn's Finest, he rapped about how if they had twins, they would probably have two Pacs, referencing Tupac. Despite Biggie's seemingly calm demeanor, he couldn't help but get caught up in the feud at times. In Long Kiss Goodnight, he reserved some of his most biting lines for Tupac, such as, "When my men bust, you just move with such stamina. Slugs missed ya, I ain't mad at ya," which referenced Tupac's song, "I Ain't Mad at Ya." The feud continued even after Tupac's death, but Lil Cease later gave a pseudo-apology online, confirming that the lyrics in question were indeed about Tupac. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so that you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section down below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.